Ha! Got a new engine. 6.5 horsepower Greyhound engine. Got from Harbor Freight. It was on sale for $100 and not on sale. It's like 150-ish around there. So why I got rid of this one is because Wednesday, me and Rex were driving around town because we got mine and his both working. I got the new chain at the same time, so we're driving around. We drove around for like 45 minutes. We came back. We went back out because we had to refill that smallest tank there. And yeah, and we went back out, and I was driving down a street, straight up this street, and it goes like this, and down another street like that. And yeah, it stopped. It just died in the middle of the thing, so now it has no spark. And I'm not even bothering with it, so I just bought this yesterday. Max already did it. He already wired up the kill switch to here, from there. We already have it in, bolted in, chain, tensioned. And get some washers for this bolt that I bought for the clutch. What else did we do yesterday? We bought all this other stuff, but I found a different part. We bought a bunch of these little clamps to hold down. I'll show you in a second. I'll show you why we got heat strap. And that was two big ones. But I'll show you now. Actually, this is the one we used. I need to get one of these, but a bigger one, so I can fit the whole tube through it. So I got Max's old engine. He had a little thing like this. Throw a solder cable on it. I didn't get this on here. I actually got it off a Honda lawnmower. Holding this bolt in, that wire cable. So I just put this on today because I found that we used to have one of these around in the wire. It moves around. That's where we got the heat wrap, and it stopped moving it. Heat shrink wrap. So where's the throttle cable I cut? I cut a huge piece of throttle. I cut all this stuff off because it was all wire that got fucked up. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. We try to get this frayed up fucking thing through this tiny little hole, which never happened. What happened, but it got jammed up and stuff, so we had to cut it off because there's little stubs everywhere catching it. And so I just cut it. Here, have this all, took the heat wrap off, have this all done, and gonna go buy a bigger one of these. Bigger one of these. Is that hose widget? We tried to make it bigger with the punch, but didn't really work out too well. So we have that. And the last thing we really need to do is throttle cable, and that'll be it. And get a new tire, get a new brake pad, maybe disc brakes eventually, because it's already painted, and then we'll be done. So when I finish this, probably later today, because we're just going to like Indie Auto Parts or Auto Princess or something like that, whatever they're called, AutoZone, whatever, Auto Prince, and getting this thing, but a bigger one, the Max has, and put the spring back on here. Goes to this thing. That's why this is the bigger throttle return spring. So yeah, then yeah. This is really a pain in the ass to find one of these, but actually Max found it because my dad came out and he like got me pissed off, so I just walked away. Went for a walk down the street, and then yeah, so I came back and his dad was here. So no, his dad was pulling me out as I was coming back up, and yeah, so they're gonna come over, maybe probably later, and then I'm going back to his house to party. But yeah, we'll be driving these around later on today. Oh yeah, this is a, on these engines, we found out why Maxus was stalling all the time. It has a, we knew this, but auto shutdown oil sensor. So we're probably going to take that out because every time I make a right turn, it shuts down. Oh yeah, and I undid these 3 bolts, one down here, 2 here, to turn the pull starter coil from, because it was over here, so you can turn it to here. I don't know why they would make it on this side, because every other pull starter used on a horizontal engine is always on this side of the front. So yeah, has a 2-position choke, oil shut off valve, oil shut off little thing. This is the throttle. It doesn't come back because the spring's not big enough. I'll put this spring on, I'll try to. Hold on. It's not as good, but fuck, it still works. Pretty good. This is a spring off the old engine. The old engine is basically fucked. I had it all apart yesterday, and we just went out and got one of these, and then went to Home Depot to get some little things, and then yeah, so if this spring would fucking go on. Are you fucking kidding me? Right now? You son of a bitch. I'm gonna cut a couple links off of this spring. It might be too big. Just a little too big. There. If it comes all the way back, or almost all the way back, that thing's just in the way. The throttle cable was the problem. So we're gonna have to have this back here and zip tied down. We had it zip tied here, but it was just in the way. So yeah. We got that. Now we just need this thing and we'll be driving today. Oh yeah, one more thing. This cable, I might need to pull this out a little bit more. Just cut this back. But it goes in this hole and under, and you bolt the little thing right up here next to it. So that's how you do that. Yeah. So I'll go put this video up now. So actually, one more thing. The spark plug on this thing is huge. Just the end of it's like this long. It's freaking crazy. So, yeah, so make sure you have your oil checked on this thing, and when you hook up the throttle cable, it's easier to have the muffler off, so you have one of them, so, yeah.